Today we are discussing towards financial freedom. You know, so many of us, our dreams for wealth, for high finances, is almost aborted. And that is because we feel like we have done everything we can do. We've put in our best, we've practiced some of the things we've learned, but we haven't gotten the result that we desire. You know, when it comes to wealth also, it is also very important that you know that there's except to invent something or create a new business or a new product. For example, if you're in the tech space, unless you create, for instance, a new application, a new software, the truth is that you may not hit gushers of wealth like overnight success. See, and when we're discussing this journey towards financial freedom, it's also very imperative that I explain to you that there are two major things that anyone can do under any economy to accelerate their wealth or accelerate themselves into wealth. In every economy, there are two major things, and both of them must go hand in hand as a matter of fact. See? So if you want to be wealthy, apart from the fact that you are trying hard to work many jobs, there's another thing that you must also give attention to, which is I like to represent them in the form of these lines. I have one like this, and the other one goes like this. And what this line stands for is to reduce. Why this one stands for increase. So you want to be wealthy? The first thing that you're going to do is to learn to reduce your expenses. Reduce expenses. Because it doesn't matter how much you earn. As long as you spend everything, you are not likely to become wealthy. Somebody who earns, for example, who earns 100,000 rands and spend 100,000 rands, he's not a rich person. This is a poor man who is having a rich man experience. You see, if you want to be rich, you cannot spend everything that you earn. So you have to make a downward movement, which is reduce expenses. At least if you earn 100,000 rands, try to spend anywhere maybe 70,000 rands, which is still a lot of money to spend, and be less with at least 30,000 rands. If you can do this for a long time, this is wealth. You see, reduce your expenses. And why somebody said this is no brainer at all. This is a common knowledge. Everybody should know it. It's not true. I know of a minister in the government that's a minister of, in the government who served for 5 years. At the end of his tenure, 5 years tenure, he doesn't have one house to his name. At that peak, at that level of responsibility and opportunities, even the expenses alone, the travel expenses and all the S&Ts, those are a lot of money. But the man left that office having not a house. You know why? Because as much as he earned, he spent. That's why I'm saying that, when I've learned that when it comes to some of this knowledge, like financial knowledge, you don't do oversight. You don't leave some things to common sense. Just make sure you address every bit of the points that makes for what you're trying to achieve. Right? So I'm not going to say that this is no brainer that everybody understands it. No, reduce your expenses. And one of the ways to do it is to have a budget, to draw up a budget. Or you have a financial plan. Somebody said we win or lose on paper first. If you can win on paper, you can win on the ground. If you cannot win on the paper, you cannot win on the ground. You see, so reduce your expenses. Feeling like because I earn a 30,000 rands or 50,000 rands, I must live like the Joneses. It's a financial trap. See, it's a financial dilemma. You don't have to live like anybody else if you don't have the goal that everybody else have. So don't spend everything that you have. Reduce your expenses. And the next thing is not just reducing your expenses. Of course, when you reduce your expenses, you'll be able to save, a little that will be left. But that's not enough. You see, saving little that will be left to become wealthy is a longer route to wealth. So as you're reducing your expenses, you must also take the next arrow up, which is increase your income. You reduce your expenses, you increase your income. This formula will make you wealthy. So how do I increase my income? Already, my job is already fixed. My salary is fixed, and they don't give us, salary increment or bonuses or promotion very often. So how do I increase my income? Very simple. In increasing income, one of the first thing or one of the easiest approach is start a side piece. Some people call it a side hustle. I don't like the word hustle, but yeah, start something else. Keep your day job, start out with something else that can give you extra income. For example, this is a very easier one to do, I believe. For example, selling water, purified water. I know of many countries where this is a big side piece. In Nigeria, in South Africa, in Namibia, in Botswana, in most of these nations, when you sell purified water, many people buy purified water for drinking, potable water. And you know what? When you set up those machines for purifying water, it's a once-off investment, right? You're doing your day job, you keep your day job, and in the evening time, all the neighbors know that they can come get water to drink from you. During the weekend as well. You see, so assuming your monthly income is around 20,000 rand. Sorry, it's about 20,000 rand. And from your water business, you are able to make, let's say, 10,000 rand, which is very valuable. What has happened is, you see, with your 20,000 rand salary, you have increased your income with the 10,000 rand by simply having a side business. Some of us can start a grocery store, a small grocery kiosk in our home. You see, where your neighbors can quickly easily get bread and get sugar and salt and some of those basic amenities, basic things that people need. You don't have to quit your job. You see, maybe you have young people in the house who can be there after school, they are there, they open up and people come to buy. Or you can do it from 5 p.m. when you knock off, when you close from work. And then, of course, on weekends. There's little, I know of someone who shared with us how that, listening to me, they decided to dry meat to roast meat to sell, meat and some, food they make in their home to sell. And he said that since they started that small business, she's working, but since they started that small business, all their financial worries are gone. You see, they get meat packs and bride in their home, in their house. No extra rent. You see, so you must learn to increase your income. And there are so many things you can do. There are so many things you can do. For some people, you can maybe buy someone, you can buy, let's say a car, and give it out for taxi. Of course, there's a way to work that all work. You give it out for taxi, and the taxi generates you extra income while you are still working. See, because what we are doing is we are plotting graph to financial freedom. You reduce your expenses, you must increase your income. So the balance you get from the reduced expenses plus the income you get You can invest it, in an investment that bring you return on investment. So what has happened is you have now created 3 avenues through which you get money. With this, you see your employment, your side business, plus your financial investments. Financial investments, you are seriously on your way to wealth. Your financial investment is 1, your employment is 1, your side business is 2, your financial investment is 3. So you now have 3 sources of income. And you know how this thing works. When you start one side business and it begins to get successful, it will lead to another business that will lead to another business. You see, so it's not really a mystery when it comes to becoming wealthy. As a person, I do not like to just depend on only one source. I don't like to just wait for only one place and say, okay, I'm waiting for a salary. I've never done that. I don't like it. I must have something that I'm doing from everywhere. See, some of this income may not even be as significant as you may imagine. But guess what? Especially if they are coming from a system that you have already built. You see, where you are no longer working to make it happen. The system has been built and it's automatic. This is how you become wealthy. See, this is how to become financially free within a short period of time. See, have a side piece that bring you money, no matter how little. And then, of course, reduce your expenses. And when it also comes to wealth, you have to bear in mind that the sacrifices for becoming wealthy is only for a short while. You don't have to sacrifice all your life. See, but at the beginning, you need to sacrifice. Like I said, reducing expenses means you have to cut down on your lifestyle a little bit, just temporarily, until you are set up properly. You see, you reduce, you work extra. I mean, like in some cases, some people take extra jobs. I do not really encourage that kind of approach, because all you've got is yourself, right? I prefer that people build systems that can eventually generate them money. See, because the more system you are able to build, the better actually you become. Why? Because when you are able to build systems that generate money without your physical input all the time, then you are truly working towards freedom. So there's no mystery to these things. This that I'm sharing with you will work in any economy. Reduce your expenses, increase your income. You can think of many things you can do from where you live. You may look like your neighbors don't have money because you don't have a solution. When you find a solution to their problems, the money you think they don't have, they'll gladly give it to you. All right, thank you. I'll see you in the next video.